Yeah, I'm Dennis Priddy. I've been involved in the early American gun making since 1974. Started around about in there.
Late comer.
Yeah.
Was it the bicentennial that got you interested, or was it just?
Not necessarily. I've always been into. I was a painter at one time, oil paints, and I've done wood carvings, and then from the wood carvings, and I had done some metal work, so I revolved into the gun making.
Okay.
Of all the different arts that are involved, you know, combination of different things.
Right, and gun building is kind of a collaboration of all those different skills.
Right. So yeah, involves everything. So this is an early French gun here. It's out of one of our French books. It's not necessarily a copy of a particular gun exact, because it's more of a copy of two different guns. The things that I liked on each gun were put into one person, one piece.
Okay.
This gun probably has, oh golly, probably a couple thousand rounds through it.
I told him
my
you
personal
just use
shooter.
it every day calling.
Yeah, this is my personal shooter, and you can tell it's been well used.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
But I like the patina. I like the look of gives it a little character.
Yeah.
Everything you see here, this is all fine silver. It's not sterling. It's fine silver. Softer the better. Anytime you're doing wire inlay, the softer the material, the better.
Okay.
The carving, of course, goes back to my wood carving days, which I love, the dragon's head. And
You don't see very many like that. I love the teeth inlaid in there.
right. And of course, again, that's a copy of the original French gun. That's what brought my eye to that particular gun, was that work there.
Was that a common motif at the time? Or,
yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, right here's an original.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that kind of gives you
That's
an
a much
idea.
later gun.
Yeah, it's a later period. And but I do a lot of the subjects I got on my engraving. I do a lot of engraving. It's like in this picture here of the engraving, it's a little bit later period than what my gun is.
Right.
But I love dogs, and this has a lab licking his chops trying to get the duck. So I thought that's got to go on my gun.
Yeah.
It's just stuff like this.
1700.
Now this side piece you see on here, that is all hand carved from a piece of sheet brass.
Really?
Yeah, it's not machine cut. That's all freehand cut.
And it's not a casting.
No, it's not a casting. And because I love doing, carving in the round, three-dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
One of a kind.
And of course the barrel work is all engraved up nicely on the brass. And it's kind of, being French, they got the lady here with, a little bold. And my granddaughter takes a lot of art classes and stuff. She says, "That's fine, Grandpa, as long as it's artwork." So, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and I thought I got kind of humor out of that. It was kind of funny. But, me and Dick both, like the ramrod pipes you see on here, they're scratch made. They're not bought and they're not castings. They're all handmade copies of the originals.
What kind of tools are you using to form the brass and sculpt the brass like that?
These were turned.
These were turned. Okay.
These were turned. These particular ones, they weren't formed. They were turned.
Okay.
Because of the detail in them.
Right.
Most of them I turn them or form them, but these are turned.
Okay.
But, I made the barrel. That this is a piece of. I get John Kliga to do my boring, and then he gives me the tube, and then I turn them down to my whatever I want, the style, dimension, or shape, shape them out. And my thing is now we're getting into a lot of lock making, and we're going to start making some locks. This one here, this lock here, originally was a chambers, and then I reshaped it to conform to the French style that I wanted.
Okay.
And Jim shortly after that came out with one similar, very similar to what I had done. And you could see the carving, and that's what really appealed to me was, the metal work, the carving, then you got your wire inlay. It's all a combination of all the arts. And there's nothing more complicated than building a gun as far as having all the different skill levels to be able to work. You know, you got to be able to be a welder, you got to be able to be a metal worker, you got to be able to be a woodworker. So it involves everything. So it's really an enjoyable thing. This gun here that you see here is kind of special to me. It's a yellow birch. This gun was built at Gunmakers Hall. The barrel was bored by, again, John Kliga. I hand rifled it. I stocked it. Dick Miller made the side plate. Ben Corey made the trigger guard and butt plate.
Oh wow!
Bob Clapp made the raccoon, and you know, it's a combination of all the different people we have here at the hall. And I on the barrel, it's engraved on here. It says friendship, meaning it was made at Friendship, but it was not only that. It was it's friendship of my friends.
Right.
You know, made by my friends. So that's a gun I'll never leave my possession. I'll always own that.
That's wonderful.
And that's special.
That's such a petite rifle.
Yeah.
What period is that rifle set?
That's a copy of a Bean.
Okay.
So it'd be early 1800s from Smoky Mountain rifle, you know.
Okay.
Southern rifle. And the Hecker Martin style patch box in Bean style. All the hardware's Bean. And we had an original gun to copy, so that made us kind of nice.
Yeah.
So this is another gun. This gun was kind of a, you've seen this gun in muzzle blast. It's called my beater gun. It was kind of a joke because Dennis Neely come by, he's the writer, and I said, "You want to see my beater gun?" And I got this one out and showed it to him. And he took that and run with it, so it was kind of funny. But the patch box I had the original piece in my shop. From here back, I had the original gun that this come off from. It was a side hammer gun. All the hardware you see on here, the toe plate, the moon, the stars, everything was copied off of that original gun. And we're getting into more and more of that. I have a Fligger gun that I purchased. It's an original piece, and I got it for my classes because I do have engraving classes.
Okay.
And I wanted to have the guys be able to see the architecture of a true American rifle without having to see reproductions.
Right.
Be able to look at an original piece. And Fligger was one of the very well-known makers of the period, and an excellent maker. So I wanted that.